You are now listening to Season 2 of Blacklist Hustle Podcast. What's up, Blacklist Hustle Podcast? It is your girl, Marianna, and we are back with episode 16 of Season 2 of Blacklist Hustle Podcast. Let's go ahead and jump right into this week's episode of Blacklist Hustle Podcast. We are going to call this episode, I Need to Know. Okay, because there's just a lot of things that, we need to know on a day-to-day basis, a week-to-week, a month-to-month, just in general with life, okay? So what's new with me, you guys, is this Saturday, I will be at a Phoenix Dime event on March 6th. So I'm super excited for that. It's for basically models and kind of like influencers, social media people. It's just a really good networking event for me, just to kind of go to see all the different types of people. I am doing another project for a business that I'm doing. So that's definitely something that I want to do, where I want to be to network model wise and industry wise and stuff. So I'm super excited about that. The two episodes or two new series that Darian and I watch so far on Netflix right now is Jenny and Georgia. And Atypical. Jenny and Georgia is basically about a mom who's from Alabama. She is white. Just tells the story from two different perspectives, from the mom's perspective and the children's perspective, because she does have two kids. She has a daughter who's black and white, and she does have a full white son. So it just basically tells the story from both of their points of views and the lifestyles that they live and the life that they live based off the choices that the mom makes and the children's make, okay? And the second one, Atypical, is basically about a boy who is autistic, and basically he goes through this life of trying to live over the statistic of function in society, or, graduate high school or go to college and do all these things and stuff like that. So they're both very funny, very interesting, super knowledgeable. They're awesome. I definitely recommend them to you guys to watch if it's something new that you guys want to watch. On Netflix. Those are two new cool little things. Thank you so much for everyone who taps in and listens to each and every episode and has stuck with me throughout and is subscribed and comments and rates. I just want to let you guys know that it means so much to me for you guys to take between 20 minutes and an hour out of your day just to tap in and listen and share and post about the podcast. It means so much to me, to see the support and have that support. I see the community growing. It's just absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. And shout out to everyone in Mexico and Russia and Germany and, in the States, who are just listening and tapping in. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this week's podcast episode. All right. All right, guys. So for this week's episode on What's Tea, let's go ahead and talk about this T.I. and Tiny situation, all right? Because that shit ain't going away. So with T.I. and Tiny and this whole thing of, these sex allegations against them, they are now being sued for defamation. Basically, the woman, T.I. was holding a gun to a woman's head, threatening her and stuff, and she was the one that came out about them, doing sex trafficking or sexually assaulting or abusing these young women, and there's about 11 of them. So now they're being sued for defamation, and they're also being investigated now for the 11 women who came forth about the sexual assault or sexual misconduct and sex trafficking. So basically, this is something serious. Before, you can sit there and not believe certain things or not want it to, to be true and stuff, but at the end of the day, now it's something that needs to be, needs to come to light, needs to be discussed, and needs to be looked at 100%, not only within, just them and unfolding about the industry, but, the community and what is going on. Because you guys know everything that's done in the dark will come to the light, because God don't like ugly. So we just need to really understand what was going on. Were these girls underage at the time and now are of age? How this situation be unfolded? How is this evidence going to come to light? How will they be prosecuted? Is it something to where people will get prosecuted? Is it something that's going to go to trial? So, I don't think it's being nosy. I think it's being very aware of what's going on in the industry and how the industry world is, and a lot of how people are lied to about, the chances that they get or are going to be given based off of the things that they do behind closed doors with the people who are big time and big name and big known, So the second thing I want to talk about is these 6 Dr. Seuss books will not be published anymore due to over racist imagery. And they didn't really show any pictures or titles of what these books are because, Dr. Seuss made a whole bunch of books. So, and I don't remember any Dr. Seuss books being racist. I feel like as a mother, my daughter has the whole Dr. Seuss collection. And I grew up listening to or reading Dr. Seuss and Dick and Jane books and stuff. And so I'm sitting here trying to think, like, what books were racist? Like, I don't, I'm just trying to really understand. And I'm like, one of those things where, all right, now, which black protester or what person said that these books were racist and now taking them off? You know what I'm saying? Because now it brings up my question of, all right, so I know Dr. Seuss was like a holiday to kind of celebrate, like when you're in school and stuff like that. I'm like, are they not doing that anymore? Like, what are they trying to get at here? Like, what is going on? What we need to know facts. We need to know more. I need to know more information and stuff. So I thought that was something very random, very rare. And I thought it would, hashtag ruin your childhood. Cause, I'm sure I wasn't the only one growing up on Dr. Seuss books here. So I thought that'd be good for the what's tea. Let's go ahead and get into our next section, which is the what had happened was on today's episode. So I'm going to be talking about the audacity of men. Okay. Yes, child, the audacity of men. 5 things men expect women to do or women to have, and they either don't have, don't do, or want to pull this little, but I'm the man card and you need me type shit with. Okay. Because like I said, the audacity of fucking men. And half the time, the shit that they be doing that I'm about to mention isn't even men shit. It's boy shit. It's childish. It's little boy shit. Okay, but I thought it'd be good to bring it to light, So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the first thing is, men always expect women to have a pussy that smells like roses and their balls be smelling like sweat. Now, let's talk about how men want head, but don't give head, okay? Now, that's all in number 1. Because this is real. Because if you're not eating pussy and you're not sucking dick, then you're not going to know the first part. So, the second part is going to reside with you. And if you do both, then shit, you understand both. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, well, fuck. All right. Women, hygiene is so important. You ain't supposed to put shit in your cat. You're not supposed to put perfume in dishes and do all that stuff. But definitely clean it out with some good water. They make good Summer's Eve. They make good pH balance type soaps. Make sure you're using those soaps. Make sure you're cleaning them. No, men. Okay, our pussies ain't always gonna smell like roses, but it shouldn't. It should be a thing where a person in general, if you have body odor, you are going to smell yourself before someone else smells you. You should know if you stank. You should know if you musty. You should know if you walking out there stinking, being nasty. Wash your shit. Men, just because you clean off your penis or try to do a little bird bath ain't nothing. You need to make sure you are cleaning your fucking dick. You are making sure that you are getting soap in around the gooch, around the balls, around your booty hole. Don't nobody want to suck your dick and it smells like piss and sweat and shit and any of that, okay? And bitches, if you sucking dick and it smells like that, you a dirty bitch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. If you're not letting your person know that they stink, you a dirty bitch. I feel like there's a respectful way to let your sexual partner know or somebody you're being intimate with on a consistent basis that they stink or that, hey, your hygiene ain't up to par. Let's go ahead and have some shower sex around this time. Or you know what? I always make sure, for me personally, if I know I am wearing, in general, if I know me and Darian are going out for the day, when we come back and we plan to have sex or we're thinking about having sex or I might think it ends up there, I always take a shower prior to us having sex. 1, just because I don't want any intercourse when I feel like I'm dirty or been sweating or anything. I just don't want none of those particles or just any of that to go inside of my vagina. Especially if I know he's been walking around with me, I know he's sweating too. So therefore, I just think it's just common courtesy to shower before intercourse, or to be clean or to let your partner know, hey, you weren't as fresh this time. I just thought I'd let you know so that way, maybe you don't get a UTI or a bacteria or anything that you could possibly get. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get into the next thing. All right. Men want a woman who is not toxic, negative, and has hoes, but so he can brag, but isn't a hoe herself. And they might want a trophy wife along with standards. But let's talk about men who don't have the men priority list. Okay. Now, y'all might be saying, Marianna, hold up. That was a lot of information. Let me backtrack for y'all. Men want women who are not toxic, negative, and have a lot of hoes, but is not a hoe herself. Is a trophy wife with standards, okay? But men don't hold any of those things. A lot of men are fucking toxic, okay? The way y'all be texting, the way that you be talking. If you guys not have listened to my podcast episode where I list the 5 types of men to avoid, those motherfuckers is toxic, okay? Let's just start there. If you are fucking with a man in those categories or anything, those men are fucking toxic. Okay. You need to check your toxic people in your life. All right. So that's just for one. For two, I feel like everybody got a negative streak in me or in them. I could be negative. I feel like I could be a negative person at times. I feel like people I associate with can be negative at a lot of times. And that's okay. Everybody got their time where they're negative. As long as you're not walking a day-to-day life as a negative person, because nobody needs all that negativity around them in their life like that on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Next, I feel like getting into the next part was a lot of people want people to have hoes so they can brag, hey, I got the person everybody wants, but then at the same time don't want them themselves to be a hoe. Like, how do you want somebody that everybody wants and you get somebody that everybody wants, but you don't expect them at some point in their life to have entertained a certain amount of people or be a hoe? I feel like everybody goes through their hoe phases. That's what you're supposed to do in life. You're supposed to be a hoe. You're supposed to go through your hoe phase. Being a hoe and being sexually active and being sexually positive and being open about your sexuality and who you are and the people that you be fucking with. Like, let me tell you, sexual awareness is healthy, people. That's what I keep trying to fucking tell y'all on this damn podcast. Nobody listening. Being open to new things sexually, being open sexually about who you are and what you like and what you don't like, and your whole phase and taking initiative to your whole phase. Let me tell you guys, okay? Bundles of Brittany, Tiana Trump. If you don't know Mandy B, these are women who are hoes. Look at who the bald-headed bitch, the Amber Rose. God damn. Look at all of these women who are hoes and they make bank because they are open about who they are sexually and open about what they do on a day-to-day basis. I'm not saying post yourself having sex, but I am saying be very, very open to saying, hey, yes, I like this. No, I don't like this. And yes, I am polyamorous. No, I am monogamous. No, I am a fuck boy. Shit, own up to who the fuck you are. God damn. Okay, people, let's come on. Be who you are and be who you need to be. Okay, but don't expect your partner, your person to at one point in their life not to have had a hoe phase or have been a hoe or possibly have met somebody. Shit, we live in a small motherfucking world. As much as we want to make it seem and be big and seem like, wow, Earth's huge, right? No. Okay, people know people. Okay, people know people, and it's okay to know people, but don't expect somebody to possibly have not known somebody prior to you or before you or have had a whole phase. Let's just get to realization of that now so people aren't feeling some type of way later. Okay? And a trophy wife along with standards, not even trophy standards. Okay, every man want a trophy wife. Okay? Not all trophy wives have standards, men. Okay, let's just be real. Sometimes y'all bag the wrong bitch, and it's okay. I would never downplay a woman, okay? But at the same time, you can't expect all this stuff when you do not carry these qualities yourself, okay? There is no honest, good, straight men out there. Yes, we like to believe it, but everybody got their fuck ups. Everybody got that itch that they need to scratch, okay? So don't think that you are getting a trophy wife with great standards, with women qualities and women standards. Yes, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there like that, you guys, but at the end of the day, we are all motherfucking humans. We are all people. We all make mistakes, and we all have mistakes that need to be made sometimes in life just to understand that, hey, that was a mistake, and we gonna move on and grow from it, okay? That's realizing everything. Now let's get into this next part, okay? Because it's really, really, really important. I just love to put y'all on some game. I just love dropping gems, dropping a mic on y'all, because Nobody knew I had all this shit up in me, but you know what? I feel like an educator. So let me go ahead and continue with my education with y'all. All right. So the men priority list. Okay. I'm going to say 5 things. These 5 things are the list that men should have as a priority when being just in general as men. But if you are single and you are trying to get into a relationship, or you are in a relationship and you are thinking about marriage or moving on, these are great priorities to have. Okay. Great motherfucking priorities to have. And this is just something I feel like everyone should kind of, women too should want. But we talking about men. We ain't talking about us sisters. Okay. Men, y'all need these. If y'all don't have these, then what the fuck are y'all doing? All right. So let's start here. The first thing, number 1, improve health. Okay, a healthy man is a wealthy man. Let's just start there. A healthy man is a wealthy man. Amen to that. Thank you, Jesus. A healthy man is a wealthy man. I can't repeat that enough. Okay? If you healthy, you out there, you hustling, you doing something, you want to grind. There should be no reason a woman should want more than a man. There should be no reason a man should want more than a woman. As people and as individuals, we should want more for ourselves. No one, no couple, no individual should out hustle another. It's sad because sometimes it does happen, but I'm here to let y'all know that in a relationship, it is a little bit unattractive and maybe just ugly to know that your partner wants more than what you want. Okay, because at that point, we're not at the same level. We don't see eye to eye. You are good with being uncomfortable, or you are good and you're content with the life that you're living, and you don't see what more life could be for us and as an individual. So therefore, a healthy man is a wealthy man. If you worried about you, you worried about your health, you worried about how you can come up and what more you can do. Therefore, you're already mentally and physically preparing yourself to be wealthy. Number 2, create a daily routine. Something every day to improve your life. There's something you should repeat on a daily, just knowing that it's going to improve your life. As people, again, we should do this. But as a man, you really need to do this, especially if you're trying to be that man of the house, that man, that you wear the pants and that you're a provider and a protector. This is something you need to do, and this is something you need to have, okay? Create a daily routine. I don't care if it's meditating. I don't care if it's repeating a mantra. I don't give a fuck if it's listening to Biggie Smalls every fucking morning, or Tupac, or, Pop Smoke, or whoever it is you fucking like listening to. Whatever you do to get yourself in that mode to create a daily routine, knowing that it's going to help improve your life in some type of way, or improve you as a man, then that's what you need to fucking do. All right, moving on. Learn skills. Everybody should be doing this. Men, I know it's hard for y'all to learn. I know it's hard for y'all to keep the fuck up. But understanding, learning new skills and implementing those in your day-to-day life makes money. Skills make money. You should be a well-rounded person, okay? A well-rounded person. I can do so many different things that I never thought I was capable of doing, but we have access to learn so many things from YouTube, from Google. If you don't want to go to school, shit, YouTube and Google is the new motherfucking school. It's shit. We might as well create because Google owns YouTube, we might as well create a Google University, goddammit, because Google really be teaching motherfuckers things, and YouTube as well. So at the end of the day, shit, you got a whole university and school and people and educators and, people who are doing those things that you possibly could learn and put on as a skill, as a daily thing that you can search and look up to and see what they're doing and how they implement it in what they're doing. So, like I said, learn new skills. Skills make money. By being able to adapt to different surroundings and different incomes and different, and what I mean by that is being able to if you can only afford something in a low class neighborhood and that's all you can afford, start there and to find somewhere to build. It's okay to start from somewhere. Everybody starts from somewhere, as long as you're willing and working to build. And to be able to build, you need skills. Be a well-rounded person. Be somebody who can, instead of asking, needing an electrician, find a way to, do it yourself. Instead of needing somebody to put a tire on, or, you need a AAA or something like that, find a way to be able to do that yourself and not need AAA, not need to spend that little extra money on AAA or something like that, just little things like that. And then, be able to, I feel like as if you're a man and you're teaching yourself new skills, you're able to teach your sons new skills. You're able to, those are men qualities. Those are things that you are able to teach as a man. Okay. These are things to instill into our men today. Gosh dang it. Okay. Next thing, everybody, build your motherfucking credit. Build credit. Okay. Because you can leverage that credit to make more money. Everybody want to be financially free. Everybody want to be comfortable. Okay. And the only way to do that is having good credit and finding different ways of having multiple streams of income and make money for you. Be smart about it. If you a drug dealer, be a good fucking drug dealer. First of all, don't get high on your own supply. Let's just start there. And number two, look into different streams or different business ventures that you can do with weed. Okay. Now the dispensaries opened up and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure if you out there selling dope on the street or drugs or whatever the case may be, your business might be going down. Yeah, if you have the card, you get more of a discount and all this other stuff and whoop-de-whoop and yada yada or whatever. But if you really have a business mindset and you really believe that you selling weed or doing whatever is what it is for you, then maybe you should be branding your own shit, growing your own shit. Look into what it is to buy some land and build your own shit, having your own farm and, having your own label or whatever the case may be. I mean, I really don't know the details of what it is in the weed industry or the marijuana industry, but goddamn, in every single thing that we do in our life, there is a way to make it and turn it into a business. I'm not telling everybody has to be business minded and be an entrepreneur and do all that because sometimes it's just not for everybody. But hustle should be in everybody. Everybody should instill some type of fucking hustle into their life. Okay? Everybody should instill some type of hustle. Everybody should have a hustle mentality. That's just being street smart. And you can really turn it into being book smart. All right. Next thing, number 5. We on number 5, y'all, is take action. Okay. Because if you don't do none of these, it don't make no sense. Actions speak louder than words, my men, young men. Actions speak louder than words. So therefore, take action and do it. Because when a female sees that you do an action, it makes a female want to do so many more things for you, okay? And make a bitch curl up, literally make her curl. All right, so the next thing is men want women to wait for them faithfully to figure out his life through his whole phase or forgive him when he cheats. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, y'all, when it comes to this, it's just so frustrating, okay? It really is because there's such a double standard on this whole cheating shit that it don't make no sense to me. Even when I asked Darian to explain it to me, it still don't make sense. It's just annoying. The double standard is just annoying because men, they want to be tough and all this shit and stuff, but really, men can be some bitches sometimes. If I can do the same thing that you're doing and you get more butthurt than me, in a way, you a bitch. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not calling you a bitch, but I'm saying you got bitch qualities or a bitch mentality. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I said what I said, y'all. I can't apologize for it. Like I said what I said. All right, let me repeat this for you, okay? Men want women to wait for him faithfully to figure out his whole phase or forgive him when he cheats. Or sometimes they do both. You wait for a man through the whole phase, and then once you wait, he cheat on you still. It's like, goddamn, nigga, what the fuck was the whole point of me waiting? You know what I'm saying? So let me break this down in a couple ways. One, if a man knows the woman's capabilities and he doesn't want to lose her, that just means that, you don't need to put your life on hold for a man, sis, okay? That's just basically what I'm trying to say. Don't put your life on hold for a man. I promise y'all, like I said, on this podcast, I'm not just saying shit just to say it and just pull it out of my ass. If I say it, more than likely I either been through it, seen it firsthand, or done it. Don't wait for a man firsthand, okay? Don't. I know this. Do not. Don't put your life to hold. Don't put it aside. Don't, make your life and the things that you have and the things that you need on a day-to-day basis, whether it be food, school, transportation, clothes, shelter. Don't let that be dependent on no man. There's something, not even for men or women, but for everybody. there's nothing like having your own. There's nothing like having your own shit. There's nothing like having no money put aside, even when you're in a relationship, not in a relationship. Put money aside. Make sure that you good no matter fucking what. Okay? Make sure you good. Don't wait on nobody. Don't put your time on nobody else's clock. Okay? Because it just makes no sense to do that. When a man sees a woman that he wants to be with, he will be with her. Everybody makes time for the people that they want to make time for. If you want to go play basketball, but you know you got to be at work, but you know you want to play, you're going to make sure you play. You make sure you know you're going to go to basketball before you got to go to work. You're going to do whatever it is you need to do in your work day to make sure you do both. Okay? If you want to make sure you get your nails done and, set an appointment and you need to make sure that, you pick up your kid and do all this other stuff, you're going to make sure you based your day out the way you needed to and the way you wanted to get done what you want to get done so you can have what you need to have or want to have or do or whatever the case may be. Okay? Men will make time for you if he wants to make time for you. Don't wait around for no man. Because in all reality, half the time, men really don't go through this whole phase until their 30s, 40s. And even then, sometimes men still don't know what they want. Okay? They still, like I said, we human. We fuck up. A man will know when he's ready. By trying to incentivize a man to be ready to be married or be in a relationship or trying to force a person to be in a relationship or be married, it only screws yourself over because if they're not ready, they're still going to find a way to fuck up. They're still going to find a way to cheat. They're still going to find a way to go behind your back or do something. You know what I'm saying? So instead of putting yourself through that, just, hey, when you're ready, let me know. But I'm not going to sit here and wait. I'm not going to put my life on pause. I'm still going to be out here doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm still going to be out here making this money. I'm still going to be out here fucking whoever the fuck I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I need my nut too. Like, just be real shit at the end of the fucking day. The next thing that I want to say is when it comes to the whole cheating aspect of it is the old can't compete with the new and the new can't compete with the old. And I'm going to say something that a lot of people probably don't want to hear, but in a relationship, in an adult relationship, which to me is, being able to do 50-50, or one partner be able to pay for certain things and the other one to be able to have the money stashed aside, a relationship that has respect and a relationship that has good space and equal space and understanding and great communication. And you're having those conversations about the next step, regardless if it's marriage, a family, moving in, a real relationship, whatever that is to you. Those are just little things that are a real relationship to me, but a real adult relationship. Okay. A man, when they cheat on a woman or when a woman cheats, it makes you appreciate what you had a little bit more. And people need to realize that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Okay. Because just like you like that grass because it's new and it's fresh, somehow, some way, a person will always find their way back to that old grass where it might be a little brown. It ain't green. It might have a little brown in it, but they'll always post up their tent. Now, what I mean by all that is, if you have a new bitch, she can't compete with the old bitch who's been your rider, who really knows you for the person that you are, who has put up with the shit that you've been putting up with. And that new, the new bitch can't compete with the old bitch, and the old bitch can't compete with the new bitch. Okay? It's a new bitch, a new fling, new fun, new pussy, new this, new look, whatever the case may be. Y'all can't compete with each other. Only the man can really determine certain shit, but y'all can't compete with each other, okay? Old can't compete with new, and new can't compete with old. There's just different qualities there that a man likes in the old and in the new, and y'all just need to realize y'all can't compete with each other, okay? Because even though a man thinks that the grass is greener on the other side fucking with his new bitch, at the end of the day, he's always going to post up camp at the old bitch's house or in front of her lawn or in the grass or whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, that's home to him. And I also said something else in there, which is when a man or a woman cheats, it makes them appreciate what they had more. And that's true. If a woman cheats on a man and she knows that it's wrong, and she knows that she loves her man truly. She just maybe wanted a fling. Maybe it was just a fucked up situation. Maybe it was just one of those excuses where it was a drunken night. Shit. Who knows? Caught off guard, whatever the case may be. It makes you appreciate what you had at home a little bit more because, one, guilt. Two, that's your rider. It might be the person that really fucking knows you and really fucks with you and really puts up with the shit that they put up with. You never know. But I truly believe that you can love a person and cheat on them. And I'm a firm believer that when men and women cheat, it makes them appreciate what they have more if it's real. And this is only if the situation that you have going on is real. Because you start getting scared. If a person get caught and they ain't scared about why they got caught or whatever, and ain't pleading and ain't checking up and ain't doing all the extra stuff and not doing the crying, more than likely they really don't fucking care. If they're being disrespectful, they don't care. Okay? And that's just real. Men need to get over women cheating like we do for men, okay? So if one person fucks up outside, boo-hoo. But if the man fucks up and fucks a person over, and ends up being community dick, us females end up forgiving him. Whenever our men cheat and they become community dick, for some reason we think it's okay. And, whatever. First time mistake, whatever. Second time mistake, that's on me. And then third time, I would hope we would wake up. Shit, after the first time, I hope you, possibly forget a person and move on. Just to kind of depends on you as a person. But us women, we can't forgive something. This is basically what I say. Don't do for a person who won't do for you. If a person's going to cheat on you and not forgive you, but, they cheated on you first, whatever the situation may be, if y'all going back and forth, don't do for a person what they won't do for you. And I try to tell everybody that, and I try to live by that. And that's just on truth, and that's just period, okay? Men need to get over that shit, real shit. They need to get over it because it's just one of those things where it's annoying. You could be community dick, but as soon as I cheat on you and retaliate, or as soon as I do something, I'm in the streets. I'm for the streets. I'm a hoe. I'm this. I'm that. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. And men need to realize that a lot more, especially with our society being so much more open and with this new thing of, marriage might not be it. Marriage might not be a thing. Open relationships are more of a thing. Friends with benefits is more of a thing. Polyamory is more of a thing where, you can date two or three different people at one time and everybody be okay with it and everybody fucking everybody. You know what I'm saying? With the way our world and our society is moving and changing or whatever, we need to realize that, hey, the person you fucking with, they either get with the program and y'all set standards from the get-go or y'all need to not be together. Because we not going to sit here and do this back and forth shit. He said, she said, hurt each other type shit. And you going to sit here and be trying to call me a hoe and all this other stuff. Or I'm for the streets because I'm out here doing me. But you at the same time being community dick. But you expect me to forgive you and move on and be happy and suck your dick and fuck you, especially raw. No. So I just thought I'd get that up out there. The next thing is, men want women to be freaky, kinky, and want it in the booty hole, and not even realizing that the woman isn't compromising or doing something like that, probably because she don't like your ass, or care about you, or want to fuck with you in that way, or maybe she's just not comfortable. Maybe she just don't want to be fucked like that, okay? Men, you can't sit there and say you want to try something like anal if you ain't ever had no dick in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say it's going to be good, it's going to feel good, it's going to be comfortable, and, not really understand what it feels like yourself, but it's something that you want. You need to be able to be communicative with your partner. You need to be able to be open. If y'all not sexually, I feel like this when it comes to sex, you are not sexually mature if you are not open on what you like and what you don't like. And if you yourself don't know what you like and don't like, there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing or shouldn't be trying, or maybe have sex at all. I strongly believe that for younger groups of people. I feel like as adults, if you're having consistent partners that you're being intimate with, then you need to know exactly what it is that you like and do not like 100% for sure. Okay. I just feel like that's really, really important when it comes to sex. All right, guys. So really evaluate your situation or your relationship and see why it is that your partner wants this and stuff, and be open to why it is you don't want it, or why it is you don't want to experience it. Or next time a nigga just be sitting there asking you to do some shit that you don't want to do, be like, all right, well, let me do that shit to you. Let's see how you fucking like it. You know what I'm saying? We have to be like that sometimes when it comes to this, because sex it's a very wide, big category of different things that can happen and be done. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people aren't sexually open to what they like and don't like. And half the time, people really don't know what it is that they like and don't like during sex, because a lot of people still see it as this uncomfortable situation, conversation, and they're not being open about it. And I feel like a lot of people need to re-educate themselves on sex, what it is, what you like, what you don't like. Shit, go to a sex store, make it a fucking day trip for you and your partner, for a person, whoever you're intimate with, and really figure it out, what it is that you guys like, don't like, want to try, and be very open and be very communicative. All right, guys. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is going to be a little bit of a reality check for a lot of people. Now, what I want to talk about is how men want a Michelle Obama representation of a woman and a Beyonce body with ego. All right, but it's not like these men that we are dating or trying to find or seeking, or these men demanding these stuff, have, a Michelle Brock type of love. You know what I mean? It's not like these men are walking around like educated or with a mindset of love and romantic like Barack Obama, or have a business mindset like Jay-Z. So for them to demand a Michelle Obama woman who has a representation like her, and a woman who has an Instagram model body, or a body like Beyonce, and her ego and how everyone loves her and fans over her and stuff like that. Don't set unrealistic goals or expectations for your partner that you yourself can't even reach. Okay. And we need to realize that and be mindful of that. All right. All right, y'all. So it's about that time where I go ahead and just get into our last segment of today's podcast, which is Ask a Bitch. All right. Well, technically not last, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. This Ask a Bitch comes from Instagram, from PTB_SMOQIE. So PTB _Smokey Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, in 5 years, I see myself owning a house, having at least a max of 3 kids. My minimum is 2. I'm definitely going to be married. I'm going to be a brand. I'm going to be something big. I'm definitely going to have money and travel the world and have my kids and have my family and be able to give back. I'm definitely a person that I know that when I make it big and I obtain a lot of money and the money that I want in my future, I'm definitely going to give back to the community. I'm definitely going to do a lot for the community and be very hands-on with the kids and be very hands-on with the young group, the young educators, the young kids in our life who are going to soon be the future. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to start a program or do something, just to give back, not necessarily a Boys and Girls Club, but something in that nature where we are educating our kids properly, on sex and on stocks and on business and all the shit that I feel like school didn't teach us. I want to do something to give back to the kids of our future and to our community, of doing something in some sort of that nature. So in 5 years, that's definitely going to be the plan, is to make money, have my family, build it, travel with my family, and hope to be able to give back to the community in the way that I want to. Absolutely. So that's where I see myself in 5 years. For our next segment, our problem-free philosophy, I got 2 things to put y'all on with, okay? So the first thing is, solid bitches with pure hearts going forever be blessed, okay? And that's on code, all right? And that's from Instagram, The Right Cat. The second thing is, be a partner who can add value to the other partner's life outside of sex and money. So outside of sex and money, really look at your partner and say, what value do I add to our relationship, to this person's life? Is it peace of mind? Is it, being selfless, you know what I mean? Or selfless, being less selfish. And, see, if it's just a good time, see if you're positive energy, what is it besides money and sex do we as people add value into our relationships, the people around us? It doesn't even have to be a relationship with a boyfriend or girlfriend. It can be as a daughter. It can be, as a friend. It could be as a business partner. It can be as anything, really. Shit, the people that are in your life, see where you add value to them and see where they add value to you. And, once again, if you need to dismiss those people, I feel like you should constantly be ready to dismiss people out of your life and be ready to evaluate that checklist to see if people aren't, where they need to be in your life. You know what I mean? Not necessarily expectation wise, but if people aren't in your circle and aren't trying to be at the level that you want to be at, you need to start checking people and checking them off your list and dismissing them. Because at this point in your life, you should be wanting to flourish. You should be wanting to see where you can go and what you're trying to do. And you can only do that and be that if everybody in your circle is also like that, because you don't want people to bring you down while you're trying to move up. Okay. You can't fly with being tied to a whole bunch of bricks. All right now. So that's all I got for today's episode. That's all I have for you guys today. Definitely tap into other episodes, tap into, next week's episode. I'm just so excited to always come here, talk to you guys, and, just kind of vent. This is definitely something that I love to do. So, all right, Hustle Hype, we out. Thank you so much for listening to Blacklist Hustle Podcast. I'm your host, Marianna. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and to the YouTube. And also do not forget to rate and review. It means so much to me if you guys would just take a second and review each episode or whatever episode was your favorite, so I know what kind of content to continuously give you guys and to put out there. Also, make sure to share with friends and family and follow me on Instagram at blacklist_hustle_ and at _love_Marianna. Talk to you guys on next week's episode. Thanks.